How you doing, guys? Steve here again today. I wanted to talk to you guys about a recurring dream that I've been having and something that I've noticed throughout the last couple weeks. Now, I'm a very small YouTuber, but I've noticed on my videos, whenever I use the word benzodiazepine, benzo withdrawal, benzo tolerance, benzodiazepine tolerance, anything benzo related in the title of my video, I get a significantly higher amount of views on those videos. Now, it's informative and it's also alarming to me to notice that. I only have 17 subscribers, but when I find that I have hundreds of views just because the word benzo is in the title, that's pretty scary. And I think it has to do because the public, people like me and you, are so misinformed about benzodiazepines in general, and we're not properly told by our doctor, or doctors just uneducated about benzodiazepines, the long-term use, the withdrawal symptoms, and what it can do to your body, that people are seeking help from the public, people like me and you, to help them, to inform them. And that's alarming to me, that we're seeking out help from the public, people who have been in the situation before, and we're finding out the information from the public and not from doctors, people who are trained, and it's supposed to be their job to tell you what's up, tell you what's the ins and outs, and that doesn't happen, at least from my experience. Now, I've had a recurring dream the last couple nights, and it's when I first checked myself into the psych ward after my first benzo taper, which was too quick, and I should have taken this information that I was told within the first 10 minutes of being inside the psych ward. This information I could have taken and ran with it, but I was so depressed, so anxious, so depersonalized that I wasn't thinking clearly. And I tell you guys that I pray for signs and answers, and I usually do it before bed, and sometimes it comes in the form of dreams, and I've been having the same recurring dream. Like I said, the first 10 minutes when I was in the psych ward, I was told by my nurse that I was going to be given a Klonopin to calm down. And I told my nurse, really nice guy, that I didn't want to go back on Klonopin. That's the reason why I'm in here. That's the reason why I checked myself into the psych ward, was because of my Klonopin taper. And he said, well, did you ever find out why you were on Klonopin? And I said, no. And he said, well, Klonopin, benzodiazepines are band-aids. So now I'm going to refer to benzodiazepines as bandaid-diazepines. And the reason for that is because when you have anxiety, when you have panic disorder, your body is telling you that there is something wrong. It's an SOS signal that there's something wrong with you emotionally or physically, whether it be hormonal or a chemical imbalance or emotional stress or physical stress or all four. And until you figure out what that cause is, then benzodiazepines are going to be around in your life, and getting off them isn't going to fix anything, because you got on them for a reason, and most of the times you don't know what that reason is. So you put a band-aid on an invisible scar, an invisible wound, an invisible scrape, an invisible cut, whether it be physical or emotional. And you put that band-aid on, and band-aids you have to reapply, sometimes once, twice, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day. And you're noticing that the scar is not getting any better, or the cut's not getting any better, and the wound's not getting any better, because Band-Aid-Diazepines, they don't fix your issue. They just mask it They just stop your brain from hurting, so like they stop your brain from telling your body that something's wrong. It slows down your brain. It's a tranquilizer. It slows down your thoughts. It slows down your movements. It slows down your way of thinking. And until you find out your hurt, your cause, the root cause of why you have anxiety or why you have panic disorder in the first place, then the chances of you getting off of a benzodiazepine are slim to none, and the success rate is going to be very minimal. Now, for me personally, I've found out that I've had very low serotonin for a long time, and I've had gastrointestinal issues where 70 to 80% of serotonin is produced in your digestive tract, your gastrointestinal system, and my adrenals, little spots that control stress, little glands that are above your kidneys, have been fatigued. And that's due to extensive research on my part, the want to get off of medication, and the want to feel better. The want to take off my Band-Aid that I apply 2 or 3 times a day. And just recently, I've finally noticed that I've heard the explanation when you take a benzo that you feel loopy or tired or just out of it. You know, some people say that they're stupid and drooling on themselves when they take a benzo, or they just get real tired. I haven't in 6 months really experienced that, and it wasn't until I started working on my real issues that I finally, in the last couple of days, noticed tiredness and just physically being out of it from taking Klonopin. And that's because I'm improving on my serotonin. I'm improving with my adrenal glands. I'm improving my gastrointestinal tract, my digestive system. And these were the main causes for my anxiety that I know of. And if you don't find out that main cause, you're never taking off your Band-Aid. You're never getting off your benzodiazepines. You'll go, even if you attempt to get off them, if you don't know what the hell got you on them, it's going to be a no-win situation. So find out why you have a Band-Aid on, or you're taking a metaphorical Band-Aid however many times a day you take it, before this Band-Aid controls your life and disables you in a way that you had no idea was possible. So what you can take from this video is that benzos are like Band-Aids, and Band-Aids are supposed to help you heal faster, help your cuts or your scrapes or your wounds heal faster. It's supposed to prevent infection and the problem from getting worse. Benzodiazepines do that in a way, but they don't help the healing process as much as a Band-Aid does. You have to find out what that cut, what that scrape, what that wound is before you even think about getting off of benzodiazepines. So think about it, figure it out, and then think about taking off your Band-Aid. Anyways, guys, this was Steve. If you like my videos or anything, shoot me a like. If you like my channel, subscribe. I'd love to hear from anybody. I'd love to get my voice heard. Just if I can help one person a day or one person a week. That's my main goal behind this channel. If you have any questions for me, please subscribe to my channel or comment on my videos. I love to hear from anybody, and I'd love to help you out, especially if you're hurting. I know there's a lot of us hurting today, and a lot of us who are down and out, but you have to please keep your heads up. Please keep fighting, and please keep surviving. There is an end to this. I know there is. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've read it. There are people who beat depression. There are people who beat anxiety. There are people who beat their mood disorders, and they are better off for it, and they're medication free. So I wish you guys the best of luck in your mood disorder, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.